Welcome back to The Problem is Not the Real Problem. So what is the problem, Crystal?
Okay, so the problem today is, do you over-sacrifice yourself? What is self-sacrifice?
Is self-sacrificing a problem?
It is, if you over-sacrifice yourself until it makes yourself unhappy, miserable. Yeah, that's a problem.
So when is it not a problem?
When you are happy, sharing things with people, or you just don't feel
I think at the end of it,
miserable
right? It's
after
how you feel.
Yeah.
If after so-called you do some self-sacrificing act and you are happy. I can think of one.
Yeah.
For example, maybe you spend a bit more time, to send someone, maybe you see like someone needs help, crossing the road or all those things. I know it sounds very cliche, but honestly, you really, really need people like that, okay? That will probably take just a couple of minutes, right?
Yes.
So, and maybe you're not going the same way, same direction. So that is actually a self-sacrificing act. So, but after that self-sacrificing act, right, do you feel like, I shouldn't have helped? See, I wasted 5 minutes, I wasted 3 minutes. If you feel that way, then let me tell you, don't help. Okay? But if you feel that, hey, I'm feeling happy that help someone to do this, that to me is a really alright kind of self-sacrifice.
Correct. So actually the problem with self-sacrificing is, we tend to over-sacrifice ourselves without us knowing.
Yes.
And it becomes like a habit when, we just want to please somebody.
Yes, that will
in
come
order
to this.
Yeah.
The people pleaser. Have you ever been a people pleaser before?
Oh, yes. I think when I was younger, I just want to make everybody happy. And I'm always a person who doesn't want to have conflicts or any disagreement or any unhappiness in the relationship. So I tend to please people a lot. Yeah. So but as I grow older and more mature, I start to feel that there's no need to make people happy.
What makes that change?
I think I had enough.
Or age?
Maybe both. Yeah, I just feel that I need to be more responsible for myself.
Yeah.
And to not over-sacrifice to the extent where I don't feel happy anymore. Yeah.
So last time, right, when you were a chronic people pleaser, so at the end of the day, how do you feel?
A lot of regrets. I feel that there's no need for me to, to maybe say at work, last time when I was at work, I just want to create a very harmonious work environment. And I remember that in order to not make my subordinate upset, even though she doesn't want to do the work, I will still say, okay, it's okay, I'll do it myself.
Okay.
That's so silly, right? That is so silly. And I think this is something which I learned over time, that why would I sacrifice myself in order to make somebody happy where I'm not even happy.
We all learn through all this kind of experience, right? So I mean, you can have all this kind of self-sacrifice in all kind of relationships that you have in your life. It can be in your workplace, it can be at home, it can be, just maybe in your community or social circle. Or even tell you your social media. Nowadays, we have a lot of social media friends, right? We have never even met before. So, sometimes this self-sacrifice, right? It can come from just pleasing them with your social media comments. Actually, you don't feel the same way because maybe the person posted a photo, a selfie, and then like every other person is saying that, wow, you look so fantastic, you look so this and that, but everyone look, the photo is like heavily edited. Oh well, we see a lot, and recently I saw one as well.
Okay.
I mean, this is like a influencer from another country. It's crazy. The waist looks like 16, and then the hip looks like 50. It's obvious, and the face also. And then I look at the number of comments, right? I'm not gonna follow this person. No way. This is crazy.
The followers are blind.
Yeah, I know, right? So I mean, I've seen those as well in my social media. Not that I don't agree with that the person looks good, but sometimes that after there's a trait. These particular people are just looking for someone to acknowledge, to please them.
Yeah.
Probably they're also going through some self-identity crisis themselves. So sometimes by not saying anything is the best way to acknowledge. It's the best way to help them. Because by always pleasing them and saying all these things that you don't really mean it, right? I tell you, many a times, even like some of these people that maybe those who comment and you know them, you may say something very nice in the comment, but you meet them up face to face, right? Oh, well, the truth is out, and you can see all these little female dogs going around saying things not very nice. And you just know that, sometimes I just feel that, I'm so glad I didn't comment anything. Even though in my mind, in my heart, I had the same comment. I was like, oh, please, this is like edited.
Yeah.
So, but I just felt glad that I didn't be part of that people-pleasing action. It makes me feel better.
Right. But how do you, have you ever been like a...
people pleaser?
Yeah.
Definitely. Like you say, when you were younger, and I was, we had this conversation earlier. So I was telling Crystal, people pleasing will actually come, or they will evolve in stages. So you were once that young punk that you want to please everybody and get in the good book of everyone. Be it at work, in your friendship, in your relationship, you just want to please people. And it's very tiring. And you're so scared, like for me, right? I was so scared that someone will say something negative about me. And if I ever hear one negative thing about me, I tell you, it just sends me to hell. I just feel so upset and just cook myself at home, that kind of feeling, which is really bad, right?
Yeah.
So one day you will be at a brim and you tell yourself, enough is enough.
Yeah.
And that is when you evolve into that aggressive bitch. Everything is not okay. Whatever people say, even someone say good morning, you'll be like, hello, it's 11:45, it's almost 12 p.m. What are you talking about? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Everything you have something to comment about. Because now that I look through my Facebook, there are like, memories. So I see my memories from 10 years, 12 years ago. I'm like, whoa, who is this person, man? The kind of comments.
That's a good thing about having...
Seriously,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
And I look at that, right? And I'm very pleased to say that
I've
who
changed.
I am now. Yes. I'm no longer that person anymore. And like now, I also choose to be silent more. And whichever comments that I make, it is sincere. So at the end of the day, I'm happy. I'm happy because when I say something, I mean it from my heart. If I don't say something, it's because I respect myself, not to say something mean. Yeah.
True. And I think being a people pleaser, you tend to sacrifice your dignity.
Yes.
You sacrifice your time, you sacrifice your the respect of yourself. So I think if you overly do it, right, it becomes like a toxic version of yourself.
I have a very, very interesting thing to share with you and all of you, since you said about that dignity thing. So what is that interesting thing that I'm going to talk about? I was once in sales, okay? So this superior, she has a very, very poor habit, seriously poor habit.
Okay.
Yes, because it didn't just happen to me. And during a conversation with, a lunch conversation with a couple of colleagues, we realized, right, this similar thing has been mentioned to a few people. Hey, the client likes you. You should go and drink with the client. So I'm like, wait, what am I doing? I'm sorry, what am I selling?
What is she suggesting?
Yeah. She may not mean like, oh, you need to provide any sexual service or this thing. But it just sounds wrong.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Because you are such a people pleaser, that doesn't mean that we are the chess on your board to please someone else, whereby it is not me. It is really not my way of managing or to get a client on board. To me, that is not right. Because if you cross that line, right, so is the client going to understand when he or she can drink with me or cannot drink with me? I honestly keep, over my so many years in my sales, right, I always keep my drinking to coffee and not alcohol with clients. So that has been a reputation that I built up over so many years. So when that was said to me, I was a little bit puzzled. To the point I asked myself, sorry, what am I doing? So I think, and the reputation that I actually heard about this particular person in the whole of the industry market is not very good.
Wow.
Yeah, it's more of like, oh yeah, you want to drink, yeah, you can just go to this person. So in that sense, to me, this people pleasing thing, it didn't come off well.
Yeah, for sure. And I can imagine like the ladies in the sales field,
even the guys, I tell you, they
would
have
have
the same
encounter similar situation
Yes.
where you need to sacrifice, like your company to in order to get some sales. Okay, we are not talking about providing extra service.
Even your time is precious. Let me tell you, seriously, time is precious.
At the end of the day, you need to ask yourself whether does it worth doing? Does it, like how do you feel like morally? Do you feel disgust, or you're just happy doing it? I mean, if you're happy doing it,
then it's fine.
That's fine.
Everybody
totally
has
fine.
their own. You have your own grey line there.
Correct. Yeah.
So I mean, we're not here to tell you what is right and what is wrong. But at the end of it, right, I think the very simple checker is, how do you feel? If it's something you're not comfortable, then don't do it.
Yeah. So don't sacrifice yourself for the sake of sacrificing.
For the happiness of others. But it also depends, like, what is the measurement of happiness for others. For example, maybe you don't wish to, okay, maybe this. I love sun tanning. Okay, I love the sun. But Crystal doesn't. Okay, and she has her reason for that. And I always say that sun is very good, because obviously I like getting tan, and secondly also because sun, it heals. It does help to heal. But that is also my philosophy in a way. That's how I think. She thinks differently. She doesn't like herself getting tanned. So do I force her, or do I tell her that, hey, Crystal, if you're my friend, you should come with me. You must come with me. So should she go like, oh, okay, because you say you're my friend, you use this kind of word, I better come. So that would be a self-sacrifice, and she'll be very unhappy. So, but we come to term to do something else. Instead of, can you come to the beach and just hang out with me and get yourself tan? We went cycling. And she was all geared up. Happy Crystal, happy Winnie. Why not?
Yes. I think there's a balance,
Yes.
between sacrificing yourself, and I think it's a very beautiful thing that we will compromise, each other. So I think the problem with over sacrificing yourself is to not be.
Give a part of yourself away.
Correct.
A big part of yourself.
Yes, because at the end of the day, if you come home and feeling a part of you is missing, or you're just feeling very sad, very down, I think that doesn't worth that, self sacrificing.
So we talk about, friendship, we talk about like workplace. Also, I feel very importantly, another area that is very much so-called self-sacrifice is your relationship with your partner.
Yeah.
So be it your spouse or be it your boyfriend or girlfriend, that is that part.
Yeah.
And relationship, I feel that it shouldn't be like, oh, I sacrifice myself for you. You want to do something willingly and happily.
Yeah.
So that is where the so-called the self-sacrifice, the outcome is happy. And we should not also force the other half to do something that they're not comfortable. But of course, if you see that there is a benefit to doing something, and you want your spouse to also benefit from it, it takes time. It takes time to slowly, but you don't enforce it. I'm not saying force, I'm saying enforce. Yeah? Because I think, a lot of times, especially in relationship, right? Two partners, one of them will somehow tends to take on so-called wear the pants. But honestly, I feel it is not always about who wears the pants. It's about this pair of pants, does it fit together?
Well said.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we have all gone through relationships, So, of course, there are failed ones as well. But that is where you want to ask yourself, what could have been done better?
Yeah.
And not feeling regretful.
True.
I feel it's very important not to have any regrets in your life. But everything that you have gone through, every relationship that you have gone through, be it your friendship, work, or whatever, it is an experience to help you to be a better person, to help you to love yourself better, to respect yourself better.
Yeah. So, I mean, in relationship-wise, there's also a part where we need to be more aware of self-awareness.
Yes.
Yeah. So, like what you said, there are times where, someone has to say or, ask you to do something or to act in a certain way or to, do certain things. I mean, of course, most people will say, oh, you need to compromise, in the relationship. But at the same time, when you have some level of self-awareness, you will know how to gauge where, at which level should I compromise, to what extent, and without sacrificing my own, contentment or, So, relationship is a very complex
We shall have one topic on this.
Yes,
I think it's
we
very
should.
interesting.
Yes.
And that is where we're going to bear ourselves free, really open to all of you. So, to round this up, right, I think very importantly is we said about self-sacrificing. Is it okay or not okay? It is okay if the outcome for you is pleasing. You are happy to do it, right? So as simple as you can't cook or you have very little time to cook or you're always cooking because that is your language of love. That's for me. So some people may think that you're overdoing it. It's such a sacrifice. You need to clean up, you need to do this and do that. To me, it is not. It's something that I'm very happy to do. I may sacrifice my time. I can always go and do something else for myself. But I choose to maybe stay in the kitchen for a few hours to do something. But at the end of it, right, I'm very happy. Especially happy when I see people who eats the food that I cook and they are very happy. That to me is not a self-sacrifice. But if I'm doing something that I don't have time and I keep doing, and then at the end of it, right, I feel angry, I feel upset, I feel like what the shit am I doing? That is not right.
Correct.
Yeah. So remember, just put your checker there as in after doing it, think about it. Do I want to do it? If I do it, how do I feel? If you feel good, do it. If you are not going to feel good, don't do it.
So the problem with self-sacrificing is not the real problem when you are feeling happy.
Correct.
About it. Yeah. You're happy doing it, happy to make everybody happy. I think that's real goal out of this
correct.
whole situation. Yeah.
Right, so we're gonna leave this to you and catch us on our next episode.
Yes.
And so, where else can you catch us?
So you can find us with our social media handle, Connected Soul SG, and we are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, almost everywhere. We also have a blog as well. Yes. So do visit our channels and feel free to connect with us if you have any interesting problems that you want to share, and maybe we can explore that, on our podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.